Hey everyone, Jim Fisher here, founder of Juicebox. Have a pleasure of meeting with one of our clients, Steve Barnett here, to have a quick interview on his success and journey thus far working with Juicebox. How you doing, Steve?
I'm doing great, Jim. How are you?
I'm great. So thankful for you to be here today. Let's start out with this. We know your name's Steve, right? But who you are, like where you're from, and what you do in this industry.
Sure thing. So Steve Barnett, I am based down in Daphne, Alabama, near the Gulf Coast. I'm an agency owner of Symmetry Financial Group. I've been here about 4 years and had never been in insurance before, and just glad that I was able to find Juicebox along the way, just looking for some ways to expand opportunities for myself and my agency, and I've been just blown away with the opportunity here.
How long you been in the industry?
4 years, a little over 4 years.
What were you doing before that?
Before that, I was in corporate America. Saw the safety of corporate America for about 9 years, and found out that didn't quite work out how I thought it would. And I just got tired of building someone else's dream instead of building my own. So I decided to go in business for myself. And the two things I was looking for, Jim, when I got started, is I wanted to have an opportunity for ownership, and I also wanted to have opportunity to get leads. I didn't want to have to talk to friends and family, and I understood that was part of. If I was going to have a business that I owned, then I had to be willing to invest in it. And Juicebox has been proven to be a fantastic investment for sure.
I think not everyone realizes that or thinks that way in this industry, probably for two reasons. One is they don't have that mentality, like take the risk, take the reward, like entrepreneurial idea. But then also so much of this industry is built on, groups that, all they teach is warm market, and not only sell to them, but recruit all of them as well. And listen, teach their own, but often that type of closed circle approach doesn't expose the mindset, or expose you to the mindset and the possibility from that mindset of operating a real business and making investments and things of that nature. So, and real quick on your corporate experience, because I find this interesting, maybe a point of relatability for those who are watching, is did you have prior sales experience? Were you in corporate America? Did you have a sales focused role, knowing that is a key aspect of what you do in insurance?
Well, yeah, I'd really been in sales for most of my career. I had a consulting company that was really successful for about 7 years before 9/11, and then did some other things in between there. But the corporate role definitely had a big portion of it was sales and sales leadership for sure. Absolutely.
That's awesome. You had a foundation of sales, which is good. Not everyone that gets in this industry has that foundation. And also maybe because you have the foundation, you maybe naturally had a proclivity towards that type of interaction with people. So my question for you is, you've been in the business for 4 years, leads, right? People talk about leads and maybe we'll get into that. We're way more than leads. Not everyone works with us for leads, but the thing is, you've probably heard a lot of pitches, empty promises, programs, vendors, opportunities around marketing and growing your business. And so when you came across Juicebox, why did you decide that we were the reliable answer to growing your business? What made you decide? Because it's not a small commitment to work with us.
No. The value's there for sure. So, we at Symmetry, we have a great lease program for mortgage protection and final expense, that kind of thing. And so I knew if you had a good program, it would work. You could make it work. Here, Jim, it isn't just the leads. I mean, when you start getting below the surface and peeling back the layers down, it's the sales training, it's the software, it's the whole mindset around. I mean, I've got more value in all of my business just by the concept of time partitioning that I have never really heard of before. And, just asking, building trust over those little incremental bits of time. That's something that I never heard of anywhere before. And it certainly works with working with clients with tax-free retirement accounts and annuities, but it also works in all other forms of life insurance. It's just asking for the easy to digest amounts of time and building trust by holding to those commitments. And that alone has been, that simple little concept alone has been worth what the investment was for me and my agency. see, because obviously my agents are using the same concepts now too. So
that's awesome. Yeah, a lot of people with the business owner mindset realize that knowledge, when applied, that's when it becomes powerful. And really, it's perpetual power. It becomes an asset, right? It's a tool, a mechanism that influences all aspects, not just, maybe that we generated a lead. But I know one of the things that you shared with us, that led up to this interview, was how you're able to apply our sales process. You just give some scripting and language, but also kind of the tools with the forecaster and the JB Planner workspace on how you're able to apply that to other lead sources and maybe your mortgage protection leads. And, I have a note here. It said you basically have been able to double your average production, using this system and toolkit than what you were doing with just, on the mortgage protection side of your business. What are some of the other results that you have, thus far working with us? How could you quantify it for the people that are watching?
So started in June the 23rd. So not even 3 months in now. And so far, issue paid just under $50,000 in commissions, $50,000 in commissions, and less than. And I've got some more that's going to be going on today. So by the 23rd of September, I'll be at probably 10 times the money invested, 10 times return on investment.
You'll be at a 10x return on your investment.
Yep, that's right. In commissions. That's not in submitted business. That's in commissions.
That's in commissions, not just your pending opportunity beyond that. Where do you think on your current pace you'll be in a year?
I would expect, 250 to 300,000 a year just from.
That's incredible.
That's what I project just from Juicebox. Yeah.
I wonder when you scheduled a call with us, I don't know, did you get referred to us? Did you see an ad? How did you come?
I think it was Facebook. I think
a Facebook ad, right? It works for you. It works for us. It works for, when you build it right. But so you saw an ad, you scheduled a call. We walked you through step by step our process. I wonder, you're saying you're looking at about a 10x return on your initial investment about 3 or so months in, and you're looking at being, probably 10x plus over the year, being 250, 300,000 in commissions. And my question to you is, did we sell you on that expectation that you were going to 10x your investment?
I don't, Jared was the person who he did a fantastic job. He's the person. Yeah. I don't believe that came up in the conversation.
I hope not. I hope not, because it's incredible. So. Listen, is it that unusual these days? I'm humbled to say it isn't, but I think as much as you give us credit and the leverage that we've been helping you to create, we are just leverage, and leverage does not create an outcome without input from the person holding the leverage and wielding the leverage, and you've put in the work. And so it's a testament to you. I'm not sitting here to take all the credit, but I'm honored that you put in the work and been able to create such an incredible result. And this video's on our YouTube channel and maybe other places where you can see many other stories. But, I think it's the same people who think they don't need to invest in their business, or the same people think that with no investment, they should also always expect a 10x, a 20x return. Right. And meanwhile, we're selling life insurance and annuities and getting people excited about 7% a year, Right. And exactly. So, but for some reason, there's just, I asked that because I think it's incredible. I have thankfully a bunch of clients that 10x. We have people in the 20x's return. Yeah. And listen, you start getting good at the annuity stuff, which is something we were working on earlier today. And it really starts to compound the result. As your skills compound, so do your results. And you can just go back to that exclusive pipeline of leads that you've generated and make those, even more profitable for yourself. And so it's incredible. The notes I had here leaving in the call, I love when doing these because, I knew you had some success. That's why we're talking, but it's better than why we had the call, which is always exciting, because a week or so, things can change, commissions can pay and things of that nature. So that's awesome. So I guess my final question is for other people who are watching this video, who may be, a few years into the business or, and they're looking to get to the next level, right? They maybe they're in the six figures, but now they want to be, an industry leading producer. Right. and they've heard all the promises. Most of them feel empty. Maybe they've been burned by other lead vendors or marketing programs or sales systems before. What would you say to them if they were, thinking about considering Juicebox?
Well, what I would say is it's all about, can you plug into a system? Can you just put whatever you've done before and adapt and say, I'm going to follow the system that's proven to work, be coachable, committed, and consistent, and just rely on, Jim is a practicer of the system. Jim does the system. So he uses the tools, he uses the sales processes. And if you can plug in, this is a system that works if you can work the system. I don't know how it works if you plug into Juicebox and do something different than the way they've designed.
I can tell you how it works. Not very well, which is fun.
I don't plan to find out.
Some people come in and then they have a bunch of bright ideas and they're like, hey, listen,
why would you
I don't want to do it this way. And it's like, well, why did you invest in our way?
Never understood that.
But people are interesting, right? But one thing is for sure, one of my business partner happens to be my twin brother, Brian. Yes, there are two of us. He says, when talking about our process, he says, it is a recipe for success. Just like baking a cake, there are many ways to bake a great cake, but our recipe for success, and we actually outline it in our guarantee, our recipe is the one that we stand behind. And we know it works. It's very proven from many clients. Steve Barnett here is just another one on the long list. You can go to the rest of the YouTube channel here and see many more. Go to our website, click on the review section, see the screenshots of weekly success from the coaching calls that Steve participates in, has been able to apply. That's the most thing. Knowledge is not power. You can go through our training and use our system or have access to our tools, but like Steve said, if you don't use them, you won't win. But when you apply yourself here, it's incredible leverage to, as Steve put it, 10x your investment. What other place can you invest and get that type of investment? And the truth is, the reason why the return is so high is because the key investment you're making here is in yourself. It's in you and the asset that you become to the market, the value that you now can create to the market through your effort with these tools. And so really thankful, Steve, for you joining me here today and sharing your story. And I can't wait to see what the rest of the year brings for you.
Me too. Very excited. Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it.